Good afternoon, brothers and sisters. On this beautiful Saturday, we're here on the 22nd of January, 2022. Now, this live is basically about what I've been stressing for some time: Black economic wealth. You see, as I think many times over, things like Black Lives Matter, these Black empowerment movements, and so forth, all these things that are based on political power and influence have not worked because there's no Black economic power. Without economic power, you have no position in politics. And unfortunately, our Black economic wealth goes right back to those who are the ones that we call our oppressors. We continue to complain, not understand why we don't get things our way, why we are not paid attention to when it comes to political views and political laws and the lawmakers. First and foremost, the lawmakers are basically tools for those who are in corporate America. To understand this, there's many of YouTube videos and a lot of research that can be done to understand why laws are not made for us. Although we have billions annually in economic wealth, it really is almost as if it doesn't exist because we put that wealth right back into the hands of others but ourselves. See, we were taught for so long to hate ourselves and not trust each other. Now, so be it. There are many people that can't be trusted, no matter who the people are. There are many people who are no good, no matter who the people are. But our job is to find those who are serious about helping us move forward in this world financially. You see, you cannot move forward financially by donating to other causes, especially those causes that are simply to make that individual wealthier than yesterday. You have to ask yourself, what are you getting out of your dollar? When you go out and buy a pair of Air Jordans, spend two, three, $400, what value is being stored in your purchases? When you win a lottery for 20,000 and go out and spend 15,000 on jewelry, where's the value? You see, we seem to be the only people on the face of this earth that can't understand financial literacy. And should it be taught in schools? Absolutely. But I first would say that it should primarily be taught at home. And it's literally impossible to teach at home what you have not learned at home. So now the onus falls on us as individuals to learn because our parents, for the better words that I could specify, were lackadacious. The previous generation did not do their duty. All they preached was go get a good job, buy a home and a car, and that was the end of the dream. There was no building, there was no passing down of anything. Because even with a home with 30-year mortgages, you don't own anything. 9 out of 10, when bad times fall, a lot of people lose that property because it was never theirs to begin with. Then we say, well, Black people during the pandemic opened the majority of businesses in America. Hasn't gotten us anywhere. Because a lot of people don't understand that opening a business does not change the wealth power gap. More so than not, opening a business is nothing more than another means of survival. Most businesses don't even succeed after 3 years, let alone to have a business that will succeed for the next 50 to 100 years so that your children can benefit is almost unseen in our people. This is why I say that Solely focusing on business is not the strategy in which we should be seeking. And that's why I'm preaching ownership of industries. We could have any other people that could go overseas, whether to China, India, or Africa, invest in manufacturing and own that industry or have a large say in that industry, have a large profit in that industry, and that becomes generational wealth. You cannot obtain generational wealth from opening one restaurant or a barbershop or a beauty salon. That is not handing down generational wealth. The only way to do it in large part is to own industries. There is no other way. Until we understand that, we will continue to be stuck in this circle and this cycle. If you look at the median level of income between whites and blacks and other non-whites and non-blacks, it's very embarrassing. We outspend them as far as being customers, as far as patronizing. We outspend all of them, if not all together. But yet, we're at the bottom when it comes to the wealth gap. Why is that? Because we do not invest, we do not seek to invest, we do not hold our money in order to spend it with our own. We do not buy back properties in our own communities in order that when we spend something at the corner store or the shop, we know that it's being circulated back into the community. Where little Ray Ray or Johnny or Tariq or whoever, when he's 16 and he's trying to get through high school in order to get through college, he's building a work ethic because he's working at the local market, on the local pizzeria that is owned by us. And that profit that we make is going back into the community to build more stores, more shops, send more people to college if that's what you see as necessary. We spend with everyone else but ourselves. This message is nothing new. It's been said a million times over. So we have to ask ourselves, why hasn't it caught our attention to the point that we act on it? You see, my people, our people, we people are people about a lot of talk, very little action. We get taken so easily when someone comes about out of nowhere and it sounds good, but we do no research. We don't see what the taxes that are being placed before us. That's why when it comes to certain movements like Black Lives Matter, that's why not knowing that it was ran and funded by no one black, but just people in the forefront they place. And they made it so that we will even be ripped off by them. And what this is doing, this is pitting it in the minds of black people to distrust each other. This is all done purposely. We have to find a better way because what it is now has not been working for a long time. Ask yourself, where are you going to be in 50 years from now? What are you handing down to your children aside from more debt? Because right now, today, that's all I see is more debt being added and handed down. There's no property, no land, no corporations, no anything that's being handed down. Having a successful restaurant does not change the black community. It doesn't hurt, but it doesn't change. Where do you get your poultry from? Where do you get your beef from? Where do you get your farming products from? If it was from black farmers, that would add to black wealth. But that's not the case. We have a long way to go, brothers and sisters. And unless we act now, 10 years from now, it's going to be truly disastrous for us. As far as me, no one has the one shot answer to anything. This project that we need to put together for ourselves in order to get out of the poverty that we in as a people cannot be done by one person, can be done by one business. It's going to take us collectively to get out of this. We are so focused on those in the entertainment business, in the sports business, athletes, movie stars. We always sitting here talking like little children about what they have. And that makes you feel good. Why? I don't know. I can't understand that. That talking about and arguing about who has more money among celebrities or entertainers or athletes make you feel empowered. This is absolute insanity. But it's us. It's not just black Americans. This goes out to Africans as well. And the reason for that, I believe that those type of people have given up on themselves, and they have seen life as there is no real hope for them to get any further than where they are because there's no action. The things we pay attention to and give our energy into are the very things that give us nothing, that does nothing for us. Just waste our time. We are time wasters. We love to waste our time on all these things that have no good outcome for our people in our community and our financial issues. There are people with good ideas, but those same people have a bad strategy. What I mean by that is that some people think that because their ideas are good, that they could take from us. We get so short on a lot of things. We're easily taken by words. That's why in the religious world, with pastors and all these so-called church leaders, it's easy for them to manipulate the population of our people. Because we are not researchers, we are not readers. We are not seeking out the next best investments and how to grow our wealth, how to grow our power. We're not interested in that. We're interested if someone else is saying it, it makes me feel good that one day we'll get there, even though there's no real action. We'll be in the same predicament 10 years from now, only it's going to be a lot worse because there's going to be a lot less jobs. Businesses crumble each and every day. Industries hold the foundation of the world. Industries are corporations. They hold the foundation of this financial world. Once we understand that, then we can start looking at what is it that we need to do. Focusing on business and opening up a business at your local corner shop is not going to change generational wealth. Industries will change generational wealth. And as I say, we have the right opportunity to do that in Africa. There are many, many places in Africa to do these things. My focus is that on West Africa. That could be branched out into a lot of other things. But we have to take the first step into taking control of an industry. And with me, I believe us investing in this project, the Marion Ghana project, is the first step to that, to be the example, to take control, not just be competitive, but take control of an entire industry. That moves mountains. You see, when you have hold of an industry, you're able to move mountains. When you have a hold of a business, you're only able to depend on the third parties, the next man coming in. Let's stop focusing on being a third, second party. Let's be the foundation that provides what the world needs, whether it's textiles that I believe in, whether it's cocoa, whether it's farming, no matter. We can take hold of it, but it's going to take action, no longer words. I'm a man of very few words. I want my actions to speak for me and what it is that I desire for not only myself and my family, but for us. That's why this Mariam Ghana project, the Kente factory, textiles and clothing for African traditional Nigerian wear, to me, is the answer for the first step to be an example. Like I said, nothing could just be a one stop shop, whereas this succeeds and it cures all ills. No, this is to be an example for what can be done. So I implore you to check out the website, check out the WeFunder, ask any questions, and let's start getting this project completed. We've already started on our own, but the whole purpose of building black wealth in corporations is to be united as one to do it. If we can do this on our own, it would have been done long ago. Everyone else comes together, network, and build these things amongst themselves. This is why we have nothing at all, because we fail to network. We fail to network with each other and trust each other. Those who are out doing the work, that you can see it. The work is being done. They're doing their best to put the work in. They're not online talking all day, every day, because they're busy putting the work in. They're the ones that we need to focus on. They're the ones that we need to support. So if you want to be the example as I want to, let's get this project started. And I won't even say started because it started over a year ago. Let's get this project completed so we can be the example that our community needs to show that we can own industries and not just business. Ladies and gentlemen, brothers and sisters, I thank you for your time. Much love and peace.